Transformer collecting doesn't always have to drain your wallet. In fact, some of the most fun and most display-worthy figures right now are all under 50 bucks. Today, I'm breaking down 5 budget Transformer picks that deliver serious value, from study series favorite to YOLO Part highly detailed kits. And stick around because the last figures on the list might just be the best bang for your buck for today. Let's kick things off with study series 116 Volkswagen Bumblebee. This is Bumblebee in his classic Beetle form from the Bumblebee movie, and it's one of the most charming figures in the entire study series line. The vehicle mode on the study series 116 Bumblebee is a standout, clean, well-proportioned, and a faithful representation of the VW Beetle from the Bumblebee movie. The transformation is smooth and enjoyable, striking a great balance for deluxe class figures without being overly complex. But the real magic happens when you transform him into robot mode. This version nails proportion in both modes and stays clean with almost zero keyboard. The robot mode feels alive, not just because of the movie faithful sculpt, but due to the figure's expressive design. The detailing in the torso and limbs is incredibly sharp, with well-defined mechanical texture and painted accent that pop even without custom work. This figure's charms, proportion, and attention to details make it stand out. It's a modern update of an animated classic, just edged out due to the back wing wobble and no waist swivel. For collectors who want a Bumblebee that embodies the best of G1 charm and modern movie design, Study Series 116 is still one of the strongest entries in the Study Series line. Now, because this is a smaller deluxe figures, there's some compromise. Certain panels don't line up perfectly in out mode, and some figures have reported looser joints after heavy posing. But for a retail price that usually sits between $20 to $25, Study Series 116 is still widely considered as one of the best bang for your buck Bumblebees on the market today. If you've been holding out for a bee that's fun to transform and look great on the shelf, this is a safe pick. Next is the YOLO Part AMK Optimus Rhino from Rise of the Beast. Now, this one doesn't transform, but don't let that stop you from paying attention, because this figure has been turning heads with how much detail and precision is delivered for the price. Standing at about 8 inches tall, these kits come mostly pre-assembled, so you don't need any glue, paint or tools. You just snap a few parts and you're ready to go. It comes with multiple sets of hands, dual combat knife, and even a swappable faceplate that gives you a lot of varieties in how you display him. Whether you want Bramo standing tall as a leader or lunging forward in mid-battle. The sculpting is a real highlight. YOLO Part captured the unique combination of fur texture and mechanical armor that made Brimo's design stand out in the movie. Every detail, from the plates on his shoulder to the roofs on his weapon, look crisp and intentional. Articulation is also excellent, with a wide range of motion in the arms, leg, and torso. Collectors love how natural these figures look when posed. No stiff joints or proportion here, and while it doesn't transform, the truth is most collectors keep the figures in robot mode anyway, so you're really getting details and display value instead of losing out. At around $30 to $35, YOLO Part Optimus Prime feels like a premium collectible than a budget option. If you want a figure that immediately commands attention on your shelf, this is one of the best under $50 you'll find. Number 3 belongs to Study Series 102 Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beast. This figure builds on the foundation led by Study Series 38, but elevated it in almost every way. The robot mode looks sharper, the proportions are even more heroic, and the head sculpt is one of the most accurate we have seen in the mainline figures. But of course, the improvement in the robot mode also comes with a compromise in the vehicle mode, making the back of the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime more clunky and less movie accurate. Although the Study Series 102 is very far from being perfect, but this figure was really good when it first came out. That is almost instantly got sold out everywhere, especially when it was released in an exclusive line of Buzzworthy Bumblebee. In fact, the mod was so good that there was so many KO versions of these figures that came out at different scale. We have the straight 1-to-1 scale KO like the BMB and Byway Optimus Prime, with slight improvement in body details and accessories. Slightly oversized KO like the MXZ Optimus Prime, and even massive KO oversize standing at 30cm tall like the XMK09F Optimus Prime. Availability has been a bit inconsistent, which sometimes push the price up. But if you can wrap these figures around retail price, Study Series 102 is one of the most complete Optimus Prime figures under $50. It's not just a good figure for its price, but it's genuinely one of the better Study Series Primes we have seen in years.
I won't ask a second time.
Of course, no display is complete without a proper villain, and that's where the YOLO Part AMK skirt come in. Just like Primo, this figure doesn't transform, but it makes up for its sheer presence. Skirt is massive, intimidating, with sharp sculpted detail that capture every spine, every scar, and that haunting face from Rise of the Beast. When you post him next to your Autobots, he's instantly become the centerpiece of any battle setup. The proportions are spot on, the articulation is more than enough to get him into menacing stance or full action pose. Fans consistently praise how imposing this figure looks for the price. At under $50, Skirts give you a villain that feels every bit as premium as the heroes that you're pairing him with. If you want your collection to tell a story, instead of just lining up Autobots, Skirt is a perfect addition. Finally, we get to my number 1 pick, the blokees Jetwing Optimus Prime. This is the figures that proves you can get style, fun, and display presence without spending anywhere close to the premium prices. This is a snap-together kit made up over 160 pre-colored pieces. Once put it together, you get an Optimus Prime equipped with his full jetwing pack. The massive wings, cannon, and booster make these figures look absolutely incredible on the shelf. On top of that, it includes LED lights in the eyes and chest, which really brings the figures to life when displayed. If you thought their earlier 2007 and Revenge of the Fallen version were fun, this one takes it to an entirely new level. At its core, the figure uses the same body structure as blokees' previous 2007 and Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, which means you're getting the same great movie accurate sculpt, sharp molding, and fun build. The chest and arm guards from those designs are back, but now you also get additional parts that let you transform these figures into his full Dark of the Moon jetwing configuration. Accessory and play features is where things get wild. This set is loaded with accessories, including swappable 2007 Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon alternative parts for movie accurate mode, alternated hands for both action pose and displays, dual energon sword, and an energon axe for melee displays, dual jetwing blaster, and a massive jetpack for that iconic Dark of the Moon fly mode, the 2007 and Revenge of the Fallen iron blaster for the classic firefight, the Dark of the Moon striker blaster, and Dark of the Moon shield for battle ready pose, and a display stand that let you pose Optimus Prime mid-fly, ready to strike from above. And just like the previous release, blokees kept the LED lights up eyes, which really make the figures pop, whether you are displaying it on your desk or taking photos. The build still feels solid for its size, and the modular parts mean you can mix and match to create your own fan modes. This isn't just a rehash, it's essentially 3 Optimus Prime in one package, with enough gear to keep even the most hardcore Bayverse fan busy experimenting. For a that size, table toy style Optimus Prime, this is as complete as it gets. It's a perfect display piece for anyone who loves Transformers live-action trilogy designs. What makes this figure so special is the balance between affordability and spectacle. For just under $30, you're getting a build experience, a highly detailed Prime, and a romantic display piece that easily competes with figures 3 or 4 times the price. Although it doesn't transform and the articulation is more limited compared to the fully engineered Voyager, but this is a figure designed to look amazing in robot mode, and it's absolutely succeed. Fans consistently call this one of the most fun and satisfying build in the Transformers hobby right now, and it's easy to see why. That's why blokees Jetwing Optimus Prime is my number 1 recommendation for the best Transformer figures under $50. That's my list of the best Transformers under $50. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading them. And if you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next round.